So, now to a more important topic that's occupying the world. Um, Married at First Sight, Australia. And what will Stephen
I
and
can't
Michelle say?
imagine my life without Steve, and I'm sure that he can't either.
Fact.
So
Yes.
we might not be sexual, we might not be
Great.
like your normal relationship, but if it's not our time to have that romantic relationship during the experiment, it could be another time. Maybe this was not our time.
Some people
But I
can call
don't
it
feel like
delusional.
that it'll never be a time.
I got to call it for what it is.
Oh, look at this. Listen to
Please do,
this.
John. You guys started out as friends. 8 weeks on, you're still friends.
So, what is this all about? They're pushing people to be something they're not. And actually, I think if you look statistically, none of the couples that were married at first sight, um, a little bit introduction to those who don't know this amazing program. They take couples, they match them supposedly based on scientific research, but a lot of people suspect that they mismatch people in order to get maximum drama. So far, I haven't seen anyone that I thought would actually make it. Some people have a lot of attraction, so they last like in this supposedly social experiment, but they always break up right after or soon after or even a year later or 2 years, but they never stayed together. And this couple, they're older. He's in 50 plus and she's a little bit less than 50, and they've become really good friends and they've been through a lot of hurdles. And finally she decided to not that just to accept what he has to offer her, which is friendship. And
You've not got out of the friend zone at all.
and
And it's not going anywhere. And it's not going
that's
anywhere
not nice
now.
to
And
say
it ain't
that.
going anywhere in the future.
Why? Why? Do people that are
Yes,
involved
yes.
intimately necessarily stay together? We know not.
What is the reason that you're choosing not to have sex
Wow, how
with your
dare
wife?
you? How dare you? How dare you
I'm
intervene?
not attracted.
That's
And I was trying
harsh.
to find the attraction.
He could have said, I'm not there yet. That would have been so much better. To say that you're not attracted is quite harsh, I think. I think she's a good looking
Said
lady.
that's shifted.
Yeah.
Yep. But you're still saying to us that you're not passionately kissing, you're not choosing to sleep
Who are
in the
you to
same bed.
tell them
That stuff
that?
is not developing
Why are you
here.
sticking your nose in his
I made a
business?
statement to the table last night saying that, for my own dignity, I feel like if I was to stay, then I'm basically saying that I'm not worthy.
Oh, this one
Then
doesn't
when
have
I was saying that
anything
out
going on.
loud and repeating that in deliberations, I didn't feel that Steve deserved that. So I decided to stay.
Yes, very good decision because you
I
don't have
just
anything
see
else.
myself next to Michelle, and I strongly believe that 1 minute out of my life not around Michelle would be a minute wasted.
Wow.
So I'd
Wow.
rather stay too.
Wow. I'm sorry, but
Casey and Drew.
that's better than anything.
What he's
Those
been showing
people
me the
know
past couple of
nothing.
days, I'm like happier.
Okay, at the end, this one ended up leaving her gorgeous online, married at first sight husband. So obviously they were mismatched completely. He's a musician and she's like a material girl. It is absurd. Everything about this experiment is absurd. Absolutely absurd. And wait, I have to skip over to the next couple that is completely absurd.
About Michael being left to his own devices for 3 months.
So no, this is funny.
Had to resign in Victoria.
Okay, this guy is absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It was our plan
First he
to
cheated
move in
on her.
together as soon as this experiment ends.
Uh,
And I just got an email. One of the staffs had to resign in Victoria. As an interim solution, I have to go over there for 3 months.
oh, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. He has to be 3 months away. Oh my God. He couldn't even be committed to her 1 week. I mean, I think it was like during the honeymoon, he already went drinking all night. And now he's inventing this story that he has to go for 3 months, he has to stay away. And
as soon as possible.
as soon as possible.
The solution is
How
to basically
convenient.
do a long distance relationship with the hope of the light at the end of the tunnel after the 3 months.
Stacey, how worried are you about Michael being left to his own devices for 3 months?
Good question. I have so many doubts.
Well,
This
it's about
distancing, it
time.
might not work.
And
But at the end of the day, I can't control.
she has allowed him to cheat. I mean, they're just like in the short time they've been together, he's cheated on her numerous times, and she actually thinks this relationship has a chance. I mean, the phrase "there's a sucker born every minute" suits this woman who actually says she's a lawyer. Well, I don't know, but I think she's going to lose a lot of business after this show because she's extremely gullible, and I don't understand why. After she invested so much money in Botox and cosmetic surgery, she actually wastes her time with this guy. Okay, let's skip over to the next shocking couple. Not this one's. Oh, look, this is like the corpse bride. This woman is absolutely. Uh, then this is absolutely unbelievable. This guy, absolutely.
Massive to really shift the way I feel about Connie. I was
This girl is like.
I feel like I've really made an effort
She
to give her
likes
more
to
of a
suffer.
perfection
Like she's with a guy. She's so
and
pretty.
try for this relationship, and I still don't feel that thing inside me that thinks we can be more outside of the experiment.
But he should have just
And
left.
because of that reason, I wrote leave.
Oh God. And
Connie?
he's told her this. He's told her this. It hurts. Of course it hurts. He's told her this numerous times. I'm not attracted to you. I'm not attracted to you. I'm not attracted to you. And maybe
did kind of feel like at one point maybe like my rose-coloured glasses for Johnny came off a bit. And I started packing my bags this morning. I made my mind up to go.
as you should.
But something did change, and I really thought about it,
And you don't realize that it takes
at the
two.
very end, and you don't go through what we've been through, and it just
Relationships
feels like
take two
something
people.
I have to do. So I did right to stay.
Because you're completely clueless. This guy doesn't want you. He says he doesn't want you. And luckily for you, he doesn't use you as most young men do these days or anytime, actually. You know, a young guy will tell a woman anything just to get his way, usually. But this guy actually doesn't want to just use her and take advantage of her. Just a good quality, but he still doesn't mean that he can be her boyfriend. He doesn't feel attracted to her. And contrary to the older couple, these people are at the stage where it's very, very important to have some sort of physical relationship. The older couple, they're older. These couple are young. This girl should just have, this should be a wake up call. And I think it's really good. This show really will open the eyes of many young girls who are in relationships, and perhaps this will remind them of this sort of relationships they're into. So it's quite shocking.
For us, having the opportunity to see you start to flourish within this really tough environment has been a real privilege for us. And
well, you mismatched this girl completely. She's a very emotional, lovely girl, and you matched her with a person who has like the emotional life of a cardboard. So it's your fault that she's suffering now, and it is true what I've seen. The reality TV has been blamed for causing a lot of mental distress to the people who participate in this reality TV shows. And the reason is that this woman probably has no clue how to match people, and probably they just like thought who has the least chance of being together so they can have maximum drama. And sometimes by chance people are desperate enough to be together, but usually what happens is that people just find themselves in an awkward situation where they're with a stranger that they have absolutely nothing in common with. Also, I think the problem is that people do need time. People, even if they're very attracted to each other, they do need time to build a relationship. And if the physical part comes before the emotions and the psychological, the whole competence of a relationship builds, then eventually would fail because it's quite complicated to build relationships. And it has been said that cross it's harder to split the ocean, the Red Sea, than to make matches. It's really quite difficult, and I don't think science has broken the code either. So this has been an interesting show, but the results are quite clear. There are no matches, and this girl is going to suffer a lot because they matched her with the wrong person. He's not a nice guy at all. In a way, he didn't take advantage of her, but he has like, he could have been more clear in not giving her mixed messages and not let her on. And he should have just put a barrier and said, I'm not attracted to you. Sorry, this is not working. But instead of that, you said, oh, I want to feel something. I want to feel something. You don't feel anything for her. And I understand why in a way, because she's very emotional and he's very sort of introverted, doesn't express emotions. They are completely mismatched. And she really wants to love somebody. And he's kind of cute and he's full of himself. A lot of times, girls that like to take care of people, to be nurturing. They're attracted to people. They think they can fix, and he's not going to get fixed. He needs to be with somebody who's similar to him and his emotional, what is it called, scale. He's a cold fish, and she likes fish maybe because she's a marine biology student, but she needs somebody warm and emotional. Anyway, I'm not a matchmaker, but it's been interesting to watch this and realize that it's better to get a cat.